Deep in the heart of South America, long before the arrival of European ships, lay a land teeming with life and ancient wisdom. This was the land that would one day be called Colombia, a tapestry woven from the vibrant cultures of its indigenous peoples. The Muisca, known for their skilled goldsmithing and reverence for nature, inhabited the high plains. Their legend of El Dorado, the Gilded King, would later ignite the imaginations of Spanish conquistadors. In the southwest, the Tumaco people left behind intricate pottery, their artistry a testament to their connection to the earth. Along the Caribbean coast, the Tairona people built impressive stone cities, their knowledge of astronomy and engineering reflected in their monumental structures. These ancient cultures, each with their own unique traditions and beliefs, formed the bedrock of Colombian identity. These indigenous societies thrived for centuries, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of nature. They navigated the dense jungles of the Amazon, cultivated the fertile valleys of the Andes, and fished in the abundant waters of the Pacific and Caribbean. Their stories, passed down through generations, whispered of creation myths, heroic feats, and a deep respect for the natural world. These early inhabitants of Colombia left behind a legacy that continues to resonate in the country's rich cultural tapestry. Their languages, their art, and their deep connection to the land remain an integral part of Colombia's identity. Their story is a reminder of the enduring spirit of a people who have called this land home for millennia. The year 1499 marked a pivotal moment in Colombian history, as Spanish ships, led by Alonso de Ojeda, landed on the shores of the Guajira Peninsula. This encounter, the first between Europe and this corner of the New World, would forever alter the destiny of Colombia. What followed was a complex and often brutal period of conquest and colonization. The Spanish, driven by a thirst for gold and the zeal to spread Christianity, established their dominion over the land. They founded cities, imposing their language, religion, and way of life on the indigenous populations. Cartagena de Indias, with its imposing fortifications, became a key port in the Spanish Main, channeling the riches of the Americas back to Europe. The clash of cultures brought about profound transformations. Indigenous populations, decimated by disease and forced labor, witnessed the erosion of their ancient ways of life. The Spanish, meanwhile, began to establish a new social order, a hierarchical system with themselves at the apex. This period sowed the seeds for a unique cultural blend, as Spanish traditions intertwined with indigenous customs, giving rise to new forms of expression in music, art, and language. Despite the hardships they endured, the indigenous people never fully surrendered their spirit. Resistance movements flickered throughout the land, fueled by a deep yearning for freedom. These acts of defiance, though often met with brutal repression, kept the flame of hope alive, laying the groundwork for the struggle for independence that would come centuries later. By the dawn of the 19th century, the winds of change were sweeping across Latin America. Inspired by the ideals of the Enlightenment and fueled by growing resentment toward Spanish rule, cries for independence echoed throughout the continent. In Colombia, this struggle for liberation found its embodiment in Simón Bolívar, a charismatic young general who would become known as El Libertador. Born into an aristocratic family in Caracas, Bolívar dedicated his life to the cause of independence. He envisioned a united South America, free from the shackles of colonial rule. With unwavering determination, he rallied troops and led daring military campaigns against the Spanish, his name becoming synonymous with courage and liberation. Bolívar's victories in the battles of Boyacá and Carabobo marked turning points in the struggle, paving the path for the creation of Gran Colombia in 1819. This fledgling republic encompassed present-day Colombia, Venezuela, Panama, and Ecuador, a testament to Bolívar's vision of a united South America. However, his dream of a unified continent was short-lived. Internal divisions and political rivalries soon led to the dissolution of Gran Colombia, leaving Bolívar disillusioned and heartbroken. Despite the eventual fragmentation of his grand vision, Bolívar's legacy as a liberator continues to inspire. His unwavering pursuit of freedom, his strategic brilliance on the battlefield, and his eloquent pronouncements on liberty have earned him a place of reverence in the hearts of Colombians and people across Latin America. His life and struggles remain a poignant reminder of the enduring human desire for self-determination and the ongoing quest for a more just and equitable world. The early years of independence were marked by political instability and a search for national identity. The newly formed Republic of New Granada, later renamed Colombia in 1886, grappled with the challenges of self-governance. Regional rivalries, simmering since the colonial era, often erupted into open conflict, hindering the young nation's ability to forge a unified path forward. The 19th century saw a tug-of-war between centralist and federalist forces, each vying for control over the destiny of the nation. This power struggle played out against a backdrop of societal transformations, as Colombia abolished slavery in 1851 and embarked on a path of modernization. The construction of railroads and the expansion of coffee cultivation ushered in economic changes, while new intellectual currents challenged traditional power structures. The Catholic Church, a dominant force since the colonial period, found its authority challenged by the rise of secularism. Education expanded, opening up new opportunities for the growing middle class, while women began to demand a greater role in public life. These were years of profound change, of both progress and upheaval, as Colombia navigated the complexities of forging a new nation from the ashes of its colonial past. Despite the turmoil, this period also witnessed a flourishing of Colombian art, literature, and music. Writers like Jorge Isaacs, with his iconic novel Maria, captured the romantic spirit of the age, while composers like José María Villa explored the rich musical traditions of the land. These artistic expressions reflected the country's ongoing search for identity and its evolving sense of self in a rapidly changing world.